Poor
Boys are back, and you know they can never be whacked. The
poor
boys are back. Do you like it?
poor
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Poorboys. I'm your host Derek. Today I'm going to take an ordinary, run-of-the-mill can of pasta sauce, and I'm going to make it into a much better pasta sauce. Just basically going to add some onions, garlic, a couple of herbs, and a little bit of spice, and make it taste, like a $3 or $4 jar of pasta, but in reality, it's just a cheap 99-center. So I'm going to do that. Let's get started. First off, we're going to cut up some onions and mince some garlic. Alright, so I got my garlic and my onion here. And these are going to be the base of our pasta sauce. So what we're going to do is first we're going to mince these up, chop them up, and then we're going to throw them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil or whatever oil you can afford. Vegetable oil works fine the same. So we're going to chop these up and then we're going to toss that in the oil. Now this is the key part of making a good pasta sauce, because I don't know about you, but garlic and onion is probably the best things to put in a pasta by far. That's just the way I feel. If you feel differently, you can toss in whatever you want. You can toss in corn, you can toss in carrots. I actually normally toss in corn at the end of my pasta sauces, and I'll be doing that today. But we get these chopped up, and then we're going to start sauteing. Alright, so we got our garlic and onions all nice and chopped up. It smells great. I'm going to toss these into our pot. Now this already has a little bit of olive oil in here. And it's on about, I got it on, about medium. So the main thing we don't want to do is we don't want to burn our garlic, because that's going to make it taste bitter. So don't turn it on too high. Just make sure of that. So I'm going to put this in here, and then we're going to start sauteing this up, and it's going to be really good. See, I think I've got this a bit too hot. I'm going to turn it down a little more. You can tell if the oil's at the smoking point, it's a bit too hot. So I want to turn it down just a bit, and then toss in all of our garlic and onion, and get this all nice and going. So we've got our garlic and onion in there, sauteing. We just want to really get the onions nice and translucent. And once that's done, then we're going to add our pasta sauce. But see, at this time, if you wanted to add meat or any kind of meat, about a week ago, I made this with my roommate, and we threw in actually kielbasa, or a Polish sausage. And it was really good, just to add a little spice to that, and it turned out great. So I'm going to get these all nice and cooked up, and then we're going to throw in the sauce. Alright, so now we've got our pasta sauce in there, and I'm going to turn the heat back up to about medium-low, and we're going to get this heated up. Now, when they make these pasta sauces, this one's garlic and herbs. So, when I think of garlic and herbs, I think of a lot of bright green, and a heavy garlic flavor, but this is obviously not seasoned enough with enough herbs. So what I like to do is I like to add a little bit more oregano, maybe some parsley, maybe some basil, and that's all dried spices, so that stuff's super cheap. So I'm going to grab some of that. We're going to toss a little bit of that in there. Alright, so didn't have any oregano left, so we have some Italian seasoning. I don't know about it, but this stuff's pretty cheap actually. If you want to go that route, that's fine. So I'm going to put in probably about, about 2 teaspoons of that, 2.5, maybe 3. You can't really, I don't know, it's kind of hard to over season pasta, but of course don't put 2 tablespoons in. And then I like to put in about 1.5 teaspoons of red pepper flake, and that's going to add a lot of spice and a lot of kick. Maybe a little more, maybe a little more. It's going to add a lot of spice and a lot of kick, and that's what I like. So right now as this is going, I'm going to grab some pasta. And we're going to get that started right now. Just want to clean up just a little bit here. And one thing, when you're making pasta sauces, don't turn the heat up too high because it will bubble and it will boil over and you will get a very big mess on your stovetop. I've done this many times, but I've learned my lesson now. And I've had my roommate yell at me like numerous times about that. So watch out, keep the heat down. I got it at medium low right now. We're going to get some water started, get some water boiling, and get some pasta going. Water boiling, I'm going to talk a little bit about pasta noodles. Right here, this is a Walmart brand, great value, penne. I like penne. It's probably one of my favorite pastas, just because you get all the flavors in with the pasta, and I just really enjoy it. And works really well. So with this, with this one can, usually you take a pound of pasta. You could add maybe a little bit more, but a pound of pasta should do you. So with this pasta, I know it's the cheapest kind of pasta, and I mean you'll save about 40 cents with this over like a birria or whatever kind of expensive, more higher end pastas. But to be honest, with a good sauce that I'm making right now, you're not going to really taste too much of a difference. Just make sure you want to cook these al dente because that's the key. You don't want a mushy pasta. But we're going to get this water boiling and I'm going to start this pasta right now. Alright, so while this water is just about boiling, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the oven on and preheat it to about 400 degrees. And we're going to preheat it for our garlic toast that I'm going to make. I'm going to make that out of some really cheap whole wheat bread, and we're going to toss that in the oven. It's going to get nice and browned up. So our water is boiling now, so we're going to add the pasta. Alright, so we got our pasta in the water. We're going to give it a quick little stir to make sure we don't want it to stick up together. So we're going to stir that up and then we're going to start on the garlic toast. Alright, so now I'm going to start on our garlic toast. So right now I'm going to grab some butter out of the fridge. We have fake butter, a little bit of margarine, but whatever works best for you. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to spread some butter on some El Cheapo whole wheat bread, and then I'm going to sprinkle some garlic powder on top, and maybe a little Parmesan. That'll be good too. Since I'm hungry, I'm going to do 4 slices of bread. And these probably have a little bit of mold on it. That's still good. A little bit of mold. Just pick it off and throw it. Mold. A little bit of mold ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna kill you. Stir the pasta here quick. You're not looking at anything, but I'm back. So let's get started on this bread. Super easy to do. And we're just going to butter the bread real quick. And probably gonna have to speed this up a little bit. Sprinkle a little bit of that over our bread. And this is, the easy, easy as it gets basically way to do it. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of a Parmesan cheese if I can find it in the fridge. So, alright, so we're gonna toss our bread in, and I tend to do it the pretty cheap way, not even put it on anything, because if you put it on something, that's another dish to clean. And I'm not really a fan of dishes, which, no secret. Those are all in. Our pasta's almost done. I'm gonna let these get heated up from the bottom, and then I'm gonna turn on the broiler and get them nice and toasty on the top. Alright, our pasta's just a few seconds from being done, fully cooked. Our toast has been in the oven for about 2 minutes. What I'm going to do now is strain the pasta, and then after that I'll turn this oven on broil. So our pasta's done. We're going to get it strained here, and I'm going to try not to burn myself doing this with one hand. Look like it. Alright, great. So got our nice pasta. What I'm not going to do with the pasta is I'm not going to rinse it. I'm going to throw it directly from this colander into our pot of sauce. So we got our pasta directly in the sauce, and now we're just going to toss it all together and get it all incorporated. I'm going to turn the heat off on this oven, and oh, I forgot to turn this on broil. Hopefully my toast isn't totally burnt on the bottom. Nope, it's not. It's nice and golden brown on the bottom, which is what I want. I'm going to keep stirring this up, get this all good, and then what I'll do is I'll add a little Parmesan, and then we'll grab our toast out and we're going to eat. Alright, every good pasta has to have Parmesan. I don't know, if you don't have enough money for Parmesan, maybe you shouldn't make pasta. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. So I'm going to throw quite a bit of Parmesan in here. This is like fresh grated Parmesan that I got at the store. It's actually, yeah, 5 ounces. I checked the prices. It's the same price as like the 5-ounce block or whatever. So I just figured I'd go with this rather than have to grate it myself. And I don't think that's enough. Just poured a little bit more in there. So we got a lot of Parmesan in our pasta. I'm going to mix that up, get that cheese integrated. And we're going to grab out our toast. It's going to be delicious, baby. You're watching Poorboys. Ooh, yeah, that Parmesan's going to be amazing. Just amazing in this pasta. And I'll probably actually add a little more when I'm done. So that's a pretty good sauce to pasta ratio. And now I'm going to grab out our wonderful garlic toast. Alright, so I grabbed my garlic toast out of the oven, and I'll be honest, when you're trying to make your own cooking show, and you're filming, you're running the camera, I'm running the camera, this is all me. Running the camera, trying to make pasta, trying to do toast, sometimes you get this. It's a black piece of toast, but you know what? I'm still going to eat it. Because it's fine. And once you get a little pasta on there, it's all good. This one's not too bad, but you get the point. You get the point. You can do it right. I just happen to do it wrong. So I'm going to plate this up and I'm going to show you the nice presentation. Not really. Don't really have much of a presentation, but I'm going to plate this up and I'm going to eat, and hopefully you'll make it at home. So yeah, take a look at that. A nice warm bowl of our pasta that we made, and you know, what the hell? A little bit more Parmesan. A little bit more Parmesan on that. So yeah, that's a nice spicy pasta sauce that we made. Throw our garlic toast on top. We don't need another plate. Alright, so now I'm going to sit down and enjoy, but as you can see, you can take a really crappy can of pasta and turn it into a nice, spicy garlic and onion pasta fairly easily and fairly quickly. And you can make some cheap garlic toast just as long as you don't burn it. But this has been a Poor Boy short. I'm going to call it a short because it's not enough to make it a long one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys try, making your own pastas. Maybe do a little variance, and if you do, hit up our forums, talk to me, let me know what's going on. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you're so inclined, there is a donate button on our homepage. Go ahead, go make this cheap pasta. It's cheap, but it's not necessarily bad. Like, when you say cheap, it doesn't have to be bad. As you saw, you can make something good out of something really cheap. So this is probably total, all that pasta probably cost me about $2.50 to $3 with the toast. Super cheap, and you can feed about 3 people, fully feed 3 people, like very full with that. So it's about $1 per serving. So if you like to save money, go ahead, try this on your own. I'm Derek, and this is Poor Boys. Hope you guys check me out soon, and check out my blog, the new blog, Poor Boys blog, poorboys.tv/blog. I add a lot of stuff in there, just about me cooking, on an everyday stuff I can't do on the show. Last 2 were chili and sandwiches. I cook every day, so I might as well let you guys know what I cook, and maybe give you some ideas. So check that out, and I'll see you later.